try my best to just like read it. I know you guys aren't fucking watching the stream, even though there's a lady on the screen right now, so maybe you guys are actually paying attention and reading, but I'll just try and read out what she's saying anyway. Nodewar, the Dual Black Desert Guild's PvP content.
검은 사막 거점전. 그 거점전에 대해서 알려드리려고 하는데요. 그럼 거점전 가이드 시작해볼까요?
Also, to be fair, if you're watching it, then me reading the chat, like reading the translations, means you can use your eyes for something else.
거점전이란 길드 혹은 연맹 단위로 펼쳐지는 대규모 오픈월드 PVP로 모험가 여러분들이 평소에 모험을 즐겨주시는 검은 사막 월드의 곳곳에서 주요 거점의 소유권을 두고 벌어지는 길드 간 전쟁 콘텐츠입니다. 모험가님의 길드원들과 함께 호흡을 맞춰 거점의 성체를 점령하고 지켜내 승리 보상과 함께 검은 사막의 길드 명예를 드높여보세요. 검은 사막의 거점전은 점령전이 열리는 토요일을 제외한 일요일부터 금요일까지 매 21시부터 22시까지 1시간 동안 진행됩니다. 그렇다면 검은 사막의 거점전 어떻게 참여할 수 있을까요? 거점전은 길드의 참여 신청, 참여 영지 확정, 길드원의 참여 신청 순으로 이루어지는데요. 우선 참여 신청부터 알아볼까요?
To visit the Guildmaster Alliance leader, must apply for territory. If you guys don't know, the territories is Belnos, Serendia, Caltheon, Camasylvia, Medire. That's a territory. It's an entire region, in other words. Let's apply for a territory through the Nodewar menu. From the onset of the war until 1 hour before.
길드의 대장 또는 연맹의 연맹장이 거점전 메뉴를 통해
So you apply from the onset of the war until 1 hour before it begins. Till the end of the last war? Probably at midnight when the last day. Yeah, I think that's probably what it is. On like the day of the war until an hour before. I think that's what it is. That's how it is right now, right? That like from the day, let's say you do a Sunday fight. When it's Sunday, you can apply from Sunday start until 1 hour before, right? Yeah, okay, so it's the same. Okay, that's good, that's good. That's what I figured, but it was just, yeah, weird. Okay. So, and then you select, okay, here we go, right? This was one of the things we saw last week. This is important. These numbers are probably gonna be what they will be. So it's 35 players here. This is players, and I'm guessing this is gear. So over here, it's 35 players with 550 gear score. Over here on this region, it's 70 player node with 685, or it's 100 player with uncapped. And then no limit of combined attack and defense. Yeah, so that's what it is. It's that's your gear score, your total gear score. It's capped. Only 100 man uncapped. Yeah, that's a bit weird. I do agree. Now you can still go on these nodes with less people, right? You don't have to be 100 people, and I'm guessing we're gonna see some. Yeah, no, it's 35, 70, and 100, but it says like that's also the uncapped region is 100 players limit. So if you want to do low amount of players, it's low gear score limit as well. Hold it before making assumption. Yeah. So that's like another thing I wanted to like just mention real quick. There's probably gonna be something when you go on the node and stuff like that. But yeah, let's go back. So you apply for territory from the day until 1 hour before. In the Nodewar participation UI, leaders can choose from 3 territory groups. Belnos, Serendia, Caltheon, or Camasylvia, Medire, or Valencia. And you don't know which one you're going to end up in. 1 hour pure fun, no Diplo. Yeah, that's what they're trying to make. I think it might be like that in the beginning, but then people are going to figure out ways to Diplo and like stuff like that. So it's like 50-50 what region you end up in, right? Among these territory groups, some have max gear score limit of 550, 685, and unlimited. Make sure to apply for the territory best suited for your guild.
Once you registered in a Nodewar,
the results will be announced 15 minutes before the war starts. Okay, so like these are some guilds. Let's say there's 8 guilds here that applied for this area. They get divided out on the 2 different territories. And you know which guilds you are placed with 15 minutes before the war begins. If you register for Belnos or surrender territory group, your battlefield will be chosen randomly from these options. With your territory confirmed, head over to the designated server. So it's T1, T4, and uncapped caps. Thank you. That's great. I didn't actually know that was the caps. Good. Here's the thing. Like, I'm super excited for this because it's simple. Like a guild that wants to try out PvP, it's gonna be very easy to figure out how to do it. Where do you go? You just can click a button with the gear score of your guild, and boom, we do that. How many people you have? We probably have like around this. Let's do this one. With your participation secured, it's time to gear up for combat. Eat food buff to gain buffs, or receive silver buffs at town. Prepare for Optimum 5, you want to strategically use a Nexus. Or effectively destroy the opponent's defense with cannons. Purchase an X and cannons, go to military. So this is like for people, like this is new players, right? That never done it before, like they're just making sure, like, do this. Like you want to do this, don't forget buffs and shit like that. Don't forget campsites can now also... Well, that's about fucking time. You're telling me I can now actually repair my gear and replenish my villa buff during a war? Jesus Christ! Yeah, finally. Oh my god, that is huge. It's so weird it didn't work. Yeah. Your horse respawns with you too? No way. Nah, are you... No. I don't have to go over to that thingy and rest my horses? Oh my god. Offering instant buff replenishment and gear repairs. Teleport to side parts? Oh my god. Is there more? Are they actually making this good? What's happening here? 10 minutes before the start of Nodewar, the assemble feature will appear. The top right of screen is select Nodewar server. That's already the case, right? Click this button and adventurers will be instantly transported to a village near the Nodewar area. Well, that's a bit different, isn't it? As you quickly gather with your guild members. Plan your strategy together and off as one. Node and Nodewar start. Yeah, exactly right. It's CP2 node at the start of the... Yeah, so it's like now you get it 10 minutes before, so you can actually go to the base and everything. So this is a huge improvement. I mean, you don't have to take it right 10 minutes before, right? As a C4. You can wait until 1 minute before. But then again, let's be real. If you... Depending on the fight, you should be out at your node at that time anyway. You should be riding out there. Otherwise, you're risking getting speedran and getting killed during the load-in with the current, like, how fast people nuke forts and all. As Nodewar begins, fortress across the map will activate. Okay, based on how many guilds are vying for control. The location of these activated forts changes each Nodewar. Oh, okay, wait, hold up. Do you not even have a base then? So you TP, let me get this straight. We'll watch it, don't worry. When you TP to like the node, do you not have a base initially? There's no sniping, no, there's no sniping. Well, there could be sniping if nothing else is there, right? Then you just get it, but... These forts initially neutral and unclaimed can be conquered by the first guild to smash through that durability. So you kill a fort and then once the fort is yours, the real challenge then begins. Defend it against all others. So it's a king of the hill. It's basically king of the hill. Once the fort is yours, the real challenge begins. Defend against all others. Forts have predetermined time between 10 and 60 minutes, depending on the number of guilds involved, which you can check on the world map. To win in the Nodewar, not only must your guild capture a fort, but it must hold it until the end of time has passed. So the guild holding at the end when the time runs out wins. If you manage to defend your fort until the timer runs out, the guild will march home laden with rewards. Should you lose your fort or fail to capture one, you must re-engage in combat. To secure another fort before the remaining end times approaches. Among the forts, some marked with a question mark holds undisclosed end times. Oh, that's kind of fun. Do not display when the timer runs out, and if you control one when all time has passed, you will receive greater rewards than from other forts. Considering various strategies such as launching a relentless assaulted force whose time is nearly up, or seizing a steadfast hold a fort with an undisclosed end time to reap greater rewards. That might be interesting. In Nodewar, if you're slain in combat, you choose a town where you want to respawn. This allows a swift and strategic to return to action. Plus, an important change has been made this time. Your mount will also respawn with you. Giga. The structure used in Nodewars can be mainly categorized as annexes, siege weapons, and guild mounts and outposts. Guild military supply managers in town sell annexed assembly tools, which can be installed anywhere in a Nodewar area. Installing annexes costs guild funds, so be mindful of the position before setting one up. You can repeat the tool in your inventory, and so you can actually install immediately without accessing a separate UI. Okay, that's good. You move the X freely to install it in the game. Be mindful of surroundings before confirming it. Okay. So like you can build a base, right? You can build an actual base with annexes and stuff, but you don't have a fort that people can destroy. But it can still then destroy your nexus and things like that, right? Flame towers and wedges are next, which can be mounted by adventurers. This powerful attack, large area nearby foes. There's a deadly variety of arrows, large area, arcing fire. Moving building flame tower? Yeah. You can buy this stuff from the military guild supply manager.
다른 부속 건물인 코끼리 사육소는 길드의
든든한
탑승물 코끼리를 전장에 참여시킬 수 있는 부속 건물인데요. 건설이 완료된 이후 기능 시작 버튼을 통해
So they're just explaining the stuff, like the buildings now. Again, this is a video that's also going to help guilds that never done Nodewars before but want to try it out into getting into it. Explaining the mechanics, like the buildings, the siege engines and all that stuff.
린치 대포는 먼 거리에 있는 적 모험가나
부속
건물, 성체 등을 공격할 수 있는 병으로 길드 군수품 관리인 NPC를 통해 린치 대포 조립 구매에 설치할 수 있습니다. 포탄은 직접 집을 공원도로 구매해서 공성무기 제작소에서 제작하거나 길드 군수품 관리인에게 대포탄, 화염포탄을 구매해서 사용할 수 있고 설치 감면 개수도 지정돼 있습니다. 부속 건물과 길드 탑승물 중에는 전략적인 전진기지로 활용되는 요소도 있는데요. 바로 불퇴의 깃발과 길드 갤리선입니다. 불퇴 깃발을 거점전 지역 내에 설치하거나 길드 갤리선을 거점전 지역 내부에 위치시킬 경우 거점전에서 사망하더라도
right? So it's again, you don't have an actual node unless Like, you don't have a fort unless you kill one of the neutral forts and control that. Then you have that fort, and you can probably build your base around that fort to try and defend it. Like, start building and protect the fort from other enemies. But the other enemies then don't have a fort of their own. They can't get killed or whatever. But they can still build stuff. They can still, like, make annexes for war defense and everything, right? And then if you die, you spawn at a town, or you can build flags still. Use different locations beyond just the nearest towns. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's a fierce battle with a tightly planned strategy. You claim victory. What rewards await you? This is the big thing to get people to do this. If the rewards are worth it, more people will do it. First, if you successfully defend your fort until then, PvP is its own reward. Yep. You'll receive a portion of the tax from the region the fort is located in. This tax will go to your guild's funds. And then you get payouts. And I just claimed 2 years worth of payouts today, and I made 13 billion silver in a siege guild over 2 years. To be fair, I don't get T10 payouts. Let's just be honest. I don't really do Nodewar, so I just get T1 always, which becomes a valuable resource for providing your guilds. No, 13 billion. 13 billion. That's it. Over 2 years. It's like 18 million a day on average. Wheels or silver as a bonus. That's the payouts, right? There are also individual bone rewards. Okay. Depending on the fort, you can receive various rewards, such as gold bars, which give you lots of silver, and many powerful items. Add dibos to this stuff. You also receive a special week-long buff. Okay. And this is for node boss. This isn't siege. When you level up nodes. Oh, okay, so it's the same it already is. It's a drop rate buff, right? You get up to 10% drop rate. If you own that node, it doubles up to a max of 20% from it. But it's also only if you own that node. Yeah. 3 monsters in the node's area. But I'm guessing, because you're now on a region, is it the entire region you get that? So let's say if I drop on Belnus, maybe they're going to explain this, and we get a node in Belnus. Do I get the drop rate buff in all of Belnus, even though I just only own a node there? If it's region-wide, then it's gamer. Then it's big dick. If it's still only on that specific node, it's whatever. Winning a node war doubles this benefit. Yeah. If you item drop rate of up plus 20%. And this applies to, there we are, entire territory group. Okay, so this is huge. That's actually really good. Also, one thing to note about this 10% drop rate, or well, 20% drop rate, it counts as the hidden drop rate. So it works even if you have 300% drop rate doing a drop rate event. It works just like the 20% drop rate buff from killing Calamity 7 green buff, green boss, and you get that green buff for 20%. That stacks with the 3% drop rate. It works like Asha and Castle buff. So it's very significant in that case. Well, okay, it's 20%. It's not like it's game breaking, but it's good. Like, that's nice. 10 additional percent for the entire region.
일주일간 갈페온과 카마실비아 지역의 모든 거점 투자 레벨이 2배로
적용되는 both regions will be double for the week. Oh, wait, you can of course do more node wars, right?
승리했다면 일주일간
node war in Calthian
지역의
모든 Oh wait, no, okay, it's both. Never mind.
2배로 적용되는 효과를 얻게 됩니다. 이 효과
Okay, so it's because it's like random. So when you apply for a region, there's two, right? You just apply to Calthian or Camasylvan, and you don't know which one you end up in. But you get the drop rate buff, assuming you win a node, for both of them. So it's not like, oh, we really wanted to get a Calthian drop rate buff. we won, but we got sent to Camp Sylvan, so we just screwed. So it's for both of that region group, you get a drop rate. Yes, so node 1, you get a full week worth of bonus drop rate on your node investment, but you have to then have node investment to double it, right? That's a week. You can probably get multiple, right? If you win in one more node charger groups, expand this area of effect. Shit, so you could do, or you could win to refresh it. Okay. So you could potentially win in all of the node groups and then get a 10% drop rate buff in all the places, right? And then you can just keep it refreshed. That's really good. Okay, that's kind of good. Nodewar's been revamped, so you don't need to build forts or nexus beforehand. You now jump in, take control of activated forts. Install campsites during node wars. Have your horse resurrect with you. There's the summary here. And get your rewards right into the Black Spirit safe. Occupied nodes with the guildies by playing tactics together as a team. Reverse rewards and share joyful memories. Thank you for watching Nodewar Guide. Okay, that's pretty good.